Bruce Sees All.
Hi everyone, welcome. Montreal, Quebec. I study in ufology. I have a telescope, also with infrared cameras. We have a lot of UFOs that are lifting up what seems to be just over top of the roofs of the low houses and low wires. But now we have an interaction with them where they're flashing each other, and they're not only going across the sky, they're rising from low below the trees, and some of them, many of them now, are descending to the surface. This is all recent UFO sightings. Some of them get really close to me here, only hundreds of feet, and one, like this one, 15 feet away. These lights are intelligent. These are not just natural phenomena. There's a lot of study being done in proto-intelligence, and it's even a subject you have a hard time looking up to find any documentation on it. Light is intelligent. Are these lights intelligent? I believe they are. I have been able, and I am still able, to film these UFOs lifting up by the hundreds. One evening in 2 hours, I was able to film 342 UFOs, and there were more going overhead of me that I was not able to film. Hundreds in one evening. So these UFOs are getting very brave. I think pretty much they always have been. I just have not seen this many. And now these, again, concerning or not, they're invisible with the naked eye. As bright as you're seeing them there, whether it be because they're too far or not, I went into town 0.9 kilometers away, 2,000 feet, and they're popping up out of portals in the middle of nowhere, overhead. There you go, guys. Before going to bed at 4 a.m. The past few days, and this very recently, just a couple of days ago, on a cold morning, 4 a.m. I go outside and look at the real speed of this. You know it's not a satellite, and you know it's not an aircraft because it doesn't have any flashing lights. The whole object itself, it looks like it's generating some type of photonic light. It's amazing. And that's not the only one I saw. Just 2 nights before, and again, because of the cloudy weather is the reason why most of the time that I can't see the sky. But when it's clear, I've never had an evening where they weren't there. Look at the one just the night before. This UFO was so low, much like the other ones, but this one looked like it was crossing through some type of field or magnetic field or electrical field from the electromagnetic spectrum, whatever you want to call it. Or quite simply, it was so low, even with the street lights, which it was, could it be reflecting off of this UFO? Very odd. Notice always a different characteristic with these captures. The candelabrum UFO. I caught this UFO a couple of years ago in 2019. It came down out of the sky to see me, feet away from me. But Jeremy Corbell showed what he called a chandelier UFO. This is my UFO, and this is Jeremy Corbell's UFO. So here's Jeremy Corbell's on the left with the heat signature camera, and there's mine with the infrared camera. But he can't show it because he doesn't have clearance, and here it is. You can say to yourself, that object on the left would look just like what I'm showing you on the right. So if Jeremy Corbell was to show his video, you would probably see the shape and form in the center changing. It's see-through. There's no place to sit in it, just like Jeremy Corbell said, and very unique heat signatures. But again, this is with my infrared camera, and the chandelier that he showed, which is identical, right? Like the points are all identical all the way around it, and I'm sure it's the same object. So it's continual. The wondering what these lights are. Well, I tell you, these lights are alive, and not just alive, they're fast and very intelligent. This is in the research on the moon, and this is why I'm here on the internet, to try to push out this beautiful research. The truth is there for us all to see it ourselves. First UFO takes off, and a second UFO takes off on the surface. We see a square clearly appear, and from the same area we see a UFO lifting off from the surface. If that's not incredible in itself, and thus also explaining why obviously they're blocking the traffic. There's an overall blocking of the traffic on YouTube, we know that, and on all of the internet. Look at all the UFOs leaving the surface. Why would the government hide this amazing finding? It could be them. We're talking in theory here, right? I don't even think it, I'll be honest with you. You know, there would have had to have been a real relationship here, a first encounter, more than a first encounter, more like a signing of a contract for aliens and humans to coincide on the moon. Since it's nowhere in any contract or leaked out to the public, who could they be? Fires on the surface as these vessels go down to the surface. Who are dropping off these vessels? Are they bombs or spacecraft? That's the big question. Inside of Aristarchus crater, we perceive a heavy mist that shows lights on the surface under the haze moving around. Ellie, Eric Dubé, Darla, Pat, everyone, thanks for gifting out the memberships. Thanks for the interest. Aliens on the moon, when are they gonna tell the world? Come on, Pentagon. Aliens on the moon. Aliens on the moon. And they're mining. Really up there. And they're mining on the moon. Aliens on the moon. Thank you very much for the support to this channel. Everyone, thanks for the generous contributions, and thanks for watching the videos. Aliens up there on the moon. They may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are mining on the moon. Yes, they are up there. Doesn't matter, cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming soon.